Chodesh Tov. As the month of Nissan approaches, we get excited because we know Pesach is right around the corner. And maybe another reason for our excitement is that we don't say Tachanun for the whole of the month of Nissan. And why is that? Because Nissan was the month that Israel was redeemed in, and we believe that the future redemption will also happen in Nissan. B'Nissan nigalu, u'b'Nissan atidin leigel, as the Gemara states. When we read the story of this redemption of Yetziat Mitzrayim in Sefer Shmot, we notice something interesting. We read about the 10 plagues, about Aseret HaMakot, and when we read about the 10th plague, the ultimate plague, Makat Bechorot, in Perek Yud Aleph, we notice something interesting. The Torah shifts to talk about Kiddush HaChodesh and Korban Pesach, only afterwards returning to complete the story of Makat Bechorot and of Yetziat Mitzrayim. Why was that pause necessary in the middle of the story? In order to answer that question, we first have to understand that Yetziat Mitzrayim was not only the end of a process, but also its beginning. It was the end of a process which had begun with Avraham Avinu in Brit Ben Abetarim, when monotheism, tzedakah, and mishpat were first introduced into the world. And the culmination of this process was with Yetziat Mitzrayim and the creation of Am Yisrael, Avraham Avinu's descendants, just as was promised to him in the covenant of Brit Ben Abetarim. But the creation of Am Yisrael was also a beginning of a process within itself. The entry of Am Yisrael to the stage of history was no small, insignificant event, but rather a game changer that would influence the world in religious, spiritual, and geopolitical aspects. And it was important that an event of this magnitude would bring change to all levels of existence by introducing true Kedusha into the world. We know that Kedusha manifests in the world in 3 aspects: man, place, and time. Am Yisrael are the chosen nation. We are the manifestation of Kedusha in its human form. And it's clear when we're leaving Mitzrayim that the ultimate goal is to reach Eretz Yisrael, which is the Holy Land. So we have man, we have place. What are we missing? Time. Therefore, it is impossible to leave Mitzrayim without changing one's perception of time into one that is more holy and Jewish, which will affect the world in the same way that Eretz Yisrael and Am Yisrael should. The month of Nisan, which becomes the first month of the Jewish year, expresses a new perception of time, including Shabbat, the Chagim linked to agricultural seasons, such as Shavuot and Sukkot, and of course Kiddush HaChodesh. This perception of time acknowledges the presence of Hashem in the world. Only by virtue of changing the perspective of time could we bring Kedusha into the world completely. Only by virtue of the month of Nisan could we truly and fully have left Mitzrayim. Chag Pesach Kasher V'Sameach.